The US Secretary of State has declared the world was asleep at the switch on China's rise. Mike Pompeo has congratulated Australia for leading the charge in banning Huawei from the rollout of 5G technology and says Beijing is lending money to Pacific countries for political control. Let's go live now to Stella Todorovic in Sydney. Stella, we heard a short time ago from Mike Pompeo. Take us through it.
That's right, Danica. Both Mike Pompeo and Marise Payne spoke here at the State Library. They both gave a speech and did a little question and answer with the people in attendance. Now, we always expected that China would dominate these talks today, and both the Secretary of State and his Australian counterpart discussed the importance of a partnership with China rather than dominance in the Pacific region. Let's take a listen to what US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo had to say about China's rise.
We were asleep at the switch as China began to behave in ways that it had not done before. So whether that's efforts to steal data across networks, which you just referred to in terms of the decision Australia made, or militarize the South China Sea, something President Xi promised the world he would not do, or engage in activities where they foist money on nations that are desperate for resources and leave them trapped in debt positions which ultimately aren't about commercial transactions but are about political control.
Danica, this as Marise Payne says that Australia shares some of the same concerns as the US in regards to China.
We must sometimes be upfront about the concerns raised by the US. They're legitimate, they are shared, such as intellectual property theft and industrial subsidies. At the same time, we have to also be clear that protectionism is not the answer.
And Stella, Australia is seriously considering joining a US-led coalition in the Persian Gulf.